Okay, next question. At Emily E. Knight 724 asks, what would you tell high schoolers about why it's important to be engaged in politics at their local communities? Thank you so much. I'm so excited to use this teaching government. Well, I would say that starting locally is the best way to realize that your voice counts, that it can exact change. I think sometimes at a federal level, it's easy to feel, like a drop in the ocean and become dispassionate and disinterested. So a local level, it's fun just to get involved, to actually see the needle move. But more than anything else, young people need to be involved. I think we're still measuring the effects of the internet on the political landscape. This proliferation of disinformation is certainly attributed to the internet. And disinformation is poison to a functioning democracy. And young people have such sway in that arena in terms of making sure we stay the course, making sure that our ship is pointed in the right direction, as the internet has this kind of downstream impact on our political landscape. Us old folks, we may be the engine of the ship, but you young folks, you're steering it if you want to. If you want to, you can. Yeah. Okay, next question. At Salvatore426 says, how did you feel the first time you sent the letter to get to the Capitol? And thank you for providing this space to encourage people to vote. A little nervous, a little silly. Optimistic, foolishly optimistic. I think in my head I just assumed, who wouldn't want to be a part of this? Everybody wins here. That is not what we found. A lot of people didn't want to be a part of it, but oh, my battery's dying. Yeah, a little nervous, a little silly. As if you go to the site and you watch the little making of video, we started with letters. Letters did nothing. Then I made video invites. They didn't do much more. It was a few rounds of invites, and then really it was more just about having other elected officials who took the time with us initially spread the word for us, because yeah, no one was buying it, or they just didn't want to do it. But yeah, at first, pretty scared. Okay, next question. At M. Oliver, at M. Olivar1, Chris, what would you say was the hardest yet most rewarding part of the whole creative process of ASP? Well, you know what you like, you know what you think works, and it's a matter of trying to convince other people who do this for a living that makes sense. We had a whole team of creative minds who build websites all the time, and I think that's one of the things that I really thought was going to separate us, was not only the mechanism itself, not only having access to elected officials directly, but the ease and functionality of the site is critical. I mean, that's why companies like Apple work so well initially, because it's just so intuitive. And I've been on so many sites where the second you walk in, it's a clutter. I mean, it makes me feel like a real old man to say this, but you're just like, well, I don't know. Is this a button? Where's the back button? Does that bring me home? I hate when two buttons do the same thing. I just, if it's a button, let me know it's a button. And I sound so old. Yeah, I just wanted something easy. So yeah, so the ease of the site. The hardest thing was, like I said, being in those rooms full of people who do this for a living and pitching your ideas as if it's something they haven't heard, and then trying to convince them that it was the right thing to do. And then the most satisfying is that when it comes together and you say, yeah, this is a very easy to use site. I've actually already read a few things online that are very encouraging, that it does seem to be, if nothing else, very intuitive and easy to move around in. Okay, next question. So this is from B. Valenzuela. During this unprecedented time, what was your form of entertainment during quarantine? Were you able to improve or pick up a new skill? During quarantine, I had my younger brother, Scott, with me out here in Massachusetts, and we just became children again. I mean, we kind of are anyway, but it was a lot of games, a lot of competition. We played ping pong and soccer, tennis, and wiffle ball. We went on a lot of hikes. I got a bunch of hikes near my house, so we would take my dog on hikes, some mountain biking. It was actually really great. It was nice. I mean, we're both news junkies, so it was, near impossible to separate our experience from what was going on a global scale. But, Mario Kart helped.